Hey pros, it's Marcus Avalon, and I had a question from Marcus Hicks about how I use the dots to teach my classes. Before I get into this, I'm going to show you an actual video of me teaching. I did a small class today for my junior and teens comp team, and I recorded it just so I could show you guys the format. But before I show you the actual video, I just wanted to break it down verbally. So I also introduced these dots, and they're a real game changer for teaching the kids and teens, but they work fantastic for the adults as well. So like I teach them, the kids, I teach the juniors, the teens, and the adults the same exact way. And basically, when I started out, I would buy these black round stickers, like they're kind of like about this big, from Amazon. And I took the time with a laser and measured everything and got it all equidistant and beautiful. And then as they peel off with time from people resting on them, I would replace them. But once you become a true believer in the system, which I am, you'll spray paint directly. So like on my blue zebra tatami mats, I got black spray paint and spray paint the dots. And even with spray paint, with time, it fades off, and I just touch it back up with a stencil kit. So before you spray paint and get into it that deep, use the stickers. And what you might want to do with the stickers is with a Sharpie, just mark the outsides of the stickers so when they peel off, you don't have to get measuring tape again and measure everything out, because you want them to look very lined up. You don't want to eyeball this. You want to take your time, measure it right. If you want to know exactly how much space I use, DM me or text me and I'll send you my dimensions. But basically, I made it so that people could do a full warm-up from their dot. So they could do a sprawl, burpees, things like that, and not bump into the people behind them or in front of them or anything like that. And they could do full shadow boxing from there, throw full kicks, and not hit anybody. So that's the main criteria there. Also, I set up my dots 4 per row, and it's like that on purpose because when it's time to drill, the partners just turn and face each other. So they're not looking around for the perfect partner like that. It's a turn and face your partner. They turn and face their partner. So I like 4 per row personally. If your mats are big enough that you could do 6 per row, that's great too, because then everyone will just face their partner. What you don't want is an odd number, because if you have like 5 per row, now that 5th person on the outside has to leave the line and find a partner, and it kind of breaks things up. So when I make my dots, I want them perfectly straight both ways, so that it makes a nice, beautiful formation. You'll see what the formation looks like when I finish this audio. You'll see the live video. And you want them in even numbers so people can turn and face a partner without having to walk around or doing like that. And enough space so that you can do a full warm-up on the dots. I no longer do a jogging style warm-up, only for once in a while with the adults, and I do it with my competition team once in a while as well. Because basically your kids program and your teens program, and to an extent your adult program as well, benefit from having structure. And when anything you do that breaks away from structure, you want to eliminate. So like when we used to have our kids warm up and they do the jogging around style warm up with forward rolls and stuff like that, as they're jogging around, they're not the same distance apart. Some kids are talking to each other while they're jogging. Kids are bumping into each other. And then one kid's doing fast forward rolls, one kid's doing forward rolls slow. The structure is unraveling. So when you have them on the dots, you want them doing everything as a team, as a unit. So on the push-ups on the whistle, down, whoop, everyone's down, down, down. Jumping jacks, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Everyone in unison. Mountain climbers, shrimping in place. We have doing sit-ups. We got all kinds of different exercises to get them fully warmed up while at the dots. So it's looking very militarized, very structured. Punches on command, kicks on command, sprawls on command, etc. So you can get very creative when you start working with these dots and ways to use these dots in the warm-up, circling around the dots to the left, to the right, things like that. So that's how we use them to line everybody up. Now, one thing you're going to encounter when you're dealing with juniors and little kids is lining up by belt rank, with the dots. You'll have kids like all running around, trying to, I'm in this road, and everyone has to slide down. It can get kind of time-consuming and disorganized. So the way we like to start up is we have everyone line up by the cage. I didn't have it in the video I'm about to show you, but everyone line up by the cage as the class is waiting, like 5 minutes before the class starts. They're all lining up by the cage, and against the cage, if you don't have a cage, obviously, just at the edge of the mat, everyone's finding their spot. So as kids are coming into the class, they're like, okay, I'm here, and everyone, it's one giant line, so it's not that bad, and they all make their spot, their lineup, and then when it's time to line up the class, they all start filling up the dots one after the other. So now when they all get in their dots, they're all in perfect rank. Then any kids that come in late go to the back no matter what. You don't start trying to rearrange everybody. So any kids that come in late, or if they're not wearing the proper, for us, we're no-gi school, so it's a shirt. If they're not in a proper uniform, they go to the back. And that kind of makes them feel extra aware that they're late and not prepared for class. So now when it's time to teach them, everyone turns and faces their partner, and we create beautiful columns. So if you had a drone flying over the class looking down, every person would be perfectly lined up. So there'll be 2 people here, A and B, 2 people here, A and B. And for us, A is the person closest to the back of the gym. So if I have 2 things like this would be A and this would be A. And that matters because we're gonna have A go first. So let's say we're working a technique like double leg shot. Let's say they've never done it before. I'll say, if they've done it before, it's just double leg, beep, and then A will shoot, boom, and take B down. And then come back up, A again, beep, beep, and everyone's shooting at the same time, okay? So it looks beautiful. And I'll say, okay, B's turn. Now the other guy goes, beep, boom, like perfect unison, militarized style. Now, if it's a technique they've never done before, which is what you're gonna see when I end this video explanation, you're gonna see me teaching a class. What you're gonna do, like say for double leg shot, I'll say in the first whistle, you're gonna pop the arms and lower your level. Second whistle, you're gonna go heel, toe, knee, shoot in and get on the legs. Then the third whistle, you're gonna get off your knee and drive them to the mat. And in the fourth whistle, person on bottom makes an underhook and comes back up. So they go beep, boom, everyone at the same time. Beep, room, everyone at the same time. Beep, room, and everyone finish a double leg. Beep, back up to their feet. So what this does for you is that 1, it is an easier way for them to learn. Okay, they're learning everything piecemeal. But 2, this also keeps what? Structure. Because when during all these whistles and anticipating, waiting for the next whistle, are they talking, gossiping, looking around randomly? Like the things that you normally see in a kid's class where they're losing attention. And like I mentioned earlier, by extent, the adults have the same issues sometimes. So when you have them this way, they're always busy. They don't have time to be distracted and looking at their parents or talking to each other or giggling or horse playing, because you have them next. So there's that aspect of that structure that you're giving them. But 2, as an instructor, when you're teaching a big class, like this really helps you identify problems off the bat. You're gonna see when I'm teaching in the demo, I'm walking around, oh, you need to fix this, oh, you need to fix that. Very easy to see in this type of manner, because picture this way. 10 people doing double legs at the same time. Boom, right? When I say like 1 whistle, lower your level, then second whistle, heel, toe, knee, and get on the legs. When I go to that second whistle and everyone's in on the double leg, but instead of having their lead leg knee down, the guy has that knee up and the other knee down, he stands out like a sore thumb. Like it's very easy to spot out. When you have 10 people doing it one way and one guy's doing it backwards, he stands out. So it's for big classes, if you teach, because we have classes that are 30, 40 people deep. So in a 30-person class, it's 15 people shooting at once. I can easily spot out the 1 or 2 people that are doing it wrong. Now, if everyone's going back and forth on their own the way traditionally people do in jiu-jitsu, they're okay, give the partner on 3, 1, 2, 3, and everyone gets to the partner and just does it on their own back and forth. As I'm walking around, one guy might be doing it correctly, and then I keep walking, and now the guy that was doing it wrong, he just happened to be down at that moment, and now the other guy's shooting. Like it's too much going on at once. It's easy to walk through a class and maybe not have noticed someone doing it wrong. And not forget about one, maybe not noticing several people doing it wrong. But when you have everybody in pieces, in unison, same step, same everything, it's very easy to spot out. So you can rectify mistakes much quicker, and they learn the techniques much faster, and it's kind of cool. Everyone's like, locked in, engaged with the same energy. Now, this being said, it's important that you still teaching correctly how to break it down from the beginning. The video I'm showing you, I didn't put it in there because I didn't want to make the video super long. I'm just showing you how I use the dots and the structure for the classes. But you still need to know how to properly teach a technique. If you teach incorrectly, you get them on the dots and they're all still kind of lost. But if you know how to teach a proper technique, using this system speeds things up. So the way I do it is in the beginning, I like to break it into chunks. Then, once they get a few reps like that, now I break it into 2 whistles. So I'll say for the double leg example, first whistle, pop the hands, shoot in, second whistle, finish. Then 1 whistle does the whole move. Okay, switch partners. Now it's the other person's turn. Then the other person does everything. You break it, whistle by whistle, 2 whistles, whole thing in 1 technique, 1 whistle. Then I take the leash off. And I say, all right, guys, now you get with a partner, we're going to do 2 minutes, full intensity, back and forth. And anytime I take the leash off, since they've been doing it kind of, in steps, now I get a coach, and you guys see in the video, and I demonstrate the intensity I want. And I do this every time. So it doesn't matter if they've been with me forever, I'm going to show them again. And that is a quick reminder of what we want. So now get a coach and bam, 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 full intensity. Okay, let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3, 2 minutes, go. Now they're going boom, 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 boom. No one's talking, no one's gossiping, no one's goofing around, no one's getting up slow. They're working. Then I take them back on the leash. Okay, next technique. Or maybe I'm going to add something to what they just did. So if they did double leg, okay, now the person's going to counter with an underhook and far knee block. Okay? And then first whistle, double leg. Second whistle, catch underhook. Double leg, and catch underhook. Second whistle, step the far knee block. So then we're now adding to it. And then I do the same thing. Multiple whistles. Then we split the move into 2 whistles. Then 1 whistle, do the whole move. And then, okay, 2 minutes on your own. Or 3 minutes if it's an older group. In the video I'm going to show you, it's our junior and teens comp team. So it's from 8 years old to 17. So we're able to successfully train an 8-year-old at the same time as a teenager because we're using this format. And that's another benefit of using this format. So if you get any questions about this, hit me up. There's obviously a lot more to this system. But what I'm about to show you is going to be a cool, quick, immersion into it. Oh, one more thing. Lots of praise. Some people ask me, how do you're not doing any games and stuff. How do the kids enjoy it? Because they know it's work because they're busy. Everyone that does things knows they did something, right? If you're just goofing around, it can be a drag. But when you're working, you're doing actual work. But if you're not getting recognized for that work, that becomes a problem. Either you're getting paid for that work, right? Or you're getting praise for that work. And with these kids, praise. So I'm always praising. Good job, Jose. Good job, Marcos. Good job. And I'm giving lots of praise out as they're doing this stuff. And they love it. Okay, we have our kids doing this system for a long time. Something I forgot to mention. When you're doing this method, tell them which hand or leg they're leading with or using. For example, if you're doing double leg shot, have everyone, okay, we're going to shoot with our left leg in front. That way, when you're giving pointers to the whole class, it's much easier to say, okay, now use your left hand to chop the knee. Use your right hand to pick up. Because when you have people arbitrarily picking their leads or picking which side they're underhooking with for like an underhook technique, now you have to speak with lead arm, rear hand, and especially with kids, sometimes they get confused with that. Like, it's much easier if everyone's using the same exact lead. So you can say, okay, now with your right hand, fill the pocket. With your left hand, snap the head. That way it's all unison. And then the other thing I forgot to mention is jiu-jitsu techniques. We do it the same way. So if we're going to drill, let's say, a triangle choke from guard, I'll say, okay, A on their back, heads facing the back of the gym. That way, when everyone gets on top, everyone's facing the exact same direction. It's not like one guy's facing one way and the other one's facing that way. Like when the average jiu-jitsu class is drilling technique, it's like pandemonium. When we're drilling technique, everyone is like all the rows are lined up and all the columns are lined up perfectly. So everything's like beautifully unison. Like if you fly a drone over, it all looks organized. But on top of that, everyone's facing the same way. So, and then when it's time to switch, I'll say, okay, flip it over, B on top, and A, we want your head facing the front of the gym. So now everyone switches over. So, in the beginning, A's head's facing the back of the gym. Now B's head's facing the front of the gym. So like they're switching back and forth all in unison. Okay, switch, boom, everyone switches over. So it still adds to the structure. So with no further ado, check out the video. Asking me how we line up for our classes. I'm showing them our nice little dot system.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hand's gonna club, left hand's gonna underhook. One whistle. Wait right there. Get a deeper underhook leg. There you go. Good, Marcos. Good. That's it. Now, next whistle, you're gonna grab either their head, their wrist, or behind the bicep and the arm, and you're gonna step back with your right leg and pull them so they take a big step. Excellent. Big work. Good. Good. Let's make this better. Okay. Next whistle, your left foot is going to step behind their heel. And you're going to punch with your right hand. Try not to take them down. Person that's standing, try not to fall down. Wait right there so I can watch it. Excellent work. Yes. Excellent. Fabulous, dude. Right here. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Good. This right here. Good. You want to get your shoulder right underneath. There. You want to leave your shoulder. Get the hand up. All right. Now, when I blow a whistle, just with your shoulder, with your right shoulder, punch through and block their knee with your right hand. Take them down. The side control. Excellent. Back up. Same person in same steps. Okay? Here we go. Ready? Underhook. Grab and pull. Step and punch. Take them down. Wonderful, Marcos. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Nice job, RJ. Back up. We're going to hold the side control until I blow the whistle to get up. Ready? Underhook. Pull and circle. Take down. Up. Now, when I blow the whistle, we're going to do it in 2 steps. First whistle is underhook and pull. Second whistle, take down. Everyone got it? Here we go. Ready? Yeah, there you go. One more time. Underhook, pull, then wait. Then when I blow the whistle, you step and take down. Ready? Good. Up. One whistle. Do the whole thing. Do the whole thing in one whistle. Ready? You guys ready? Yes. Good, Amira. Nice, Sam. Good, Lloyd. Two more. Ready? Excellent. Nice job. Last one.
Last one.
Good. Back up. Other person. Now, for 2 minutes, you're going to do this on your own, back and forth. One apiece. This is the kind of intensity, though, that I want to see. When we're here, I get here, It takes him down. He escapes. He comes back up. He takes me down. I get my escape in. I get up. I set mine. Okay, we go back and forth aggressively. I don't want this kind of thing. Okay? Back and forth aggressively. Going. Guys got it? Yes, sir. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Set. Go. 2 minutes. Anook escape. Come back up right away. Keep it going. Good, Margos.